Hey everyone, it's Adam. Let's talk about reps and specifically the rep ranges that you're given and reps in reserve. Now, in general, that we tell you that there's no need to go to complete failure. And by complete failure, I mean that moment that if you're doing an exercise, whether it is a squat or a bench press, where the weight will crush you, right? The idea in general is you want to think about 1 or 2 reps in reserve. Now, I hesitate to give that as a rule of thumb because I don't think, not that I don't think, I know that most people have a lot of difficulty in terms of truly assessing reps in reserve. And I've just seen this over 20 years of training people, that you think you only have 1 or 2 reps in reserve and you really have 3 or 4. So what consistently ends up happening is that you're not pushing yourself at a hard enough intensity, so you're not seeing the type of changes or improvements that you want, and you wonder why you're stuck. What is more important, and it's why we design the app this way with Arnold, is that you follow the rep ranges. And there are a couple things to keep in mind. But if you see an exercise that tells you to do 8 reps and you do use a weight and you can't do those 8 reps, but I would say you're within 1 to 2 reps of the goal rep range, right? So let's say you get about 6 reps. That is not a reason to think that you need to lower your weight. You are close enough, you're pushing at a high enough intensity, you're learning to push yourself near failure, near that 1 to 2 rep in reserve, where this is where you're going to see progress. Similarly, if you go 1 or 2 reps above that, right, if the goal is 8, you get 9, 10 or more, it's a sign that the weight is too light. Now, what I don't want to happen is when you try a body weight exercise and the goal amount of reps is 8 and you can do only 3, and then you think you shouldn't do the workout or you shouldn't do the program at all. No, this is when doing regressions, but let's say it's a pull-up, you can do an assisted pull-up. Or maybe you there are alternative exercises that should not be listed in the app. You do an alternative to a pull-up, where if you only do 3 reps of the pull-ups, maybe you do another 5 in inverted or a body weight row. Because what's going to happen is that if you give yourself a lower barrier, if you set lower goals, you're not setting yourself up to push yourself harder, to focus on those sets, to bring out the maximum intensity that will make you better. Do you think when Arnold got a program and it was 8 reps and he got 3, he would just quit or stop doing it? No. He became so focused on getting to that rep range. And I'm seeing a lot of people writing, I can't do the 8 reps, I can't do the 10 reps. But I can see on the programs on the back end that week over week, you're making improvements. A month ago, you couldn't do pull-ups, and now you're getting total over all the sets, 10, 15, 20. This is where progress exists. So use the rep ranges as a goal. Use it as something that you want to get to, and try and push yourself physically as hard to achieve those. And if you find that you're within a few reps, you're at the right weight, and just keep pushing hard and you're going to get stronger. If you're going way over, you need to bump up that weight. If you're too far away, right, lower the weight, check the ego, get stronger. Quality reps are going to take you very, very far, and that's what's going to make you stronger. That's what's going to develop the muscle. That's what's going to build the endurance, and that is what is going to change your body. So use the reps as a guide, as a goal, and as we tell you all the time, if you fall short of your goal, don't overthink it. It just shows you where you need to reach towards, where you need to get. And if you keep on chipping away, adding a rep, getting closer and closer, you might not be hitting the goal rep, but you are getting better. And that is the goal of every single program we create.